Welcome to this overview designed to help you prepare for your winning formula session. I'm really excited to guide you through this process. It's one of my favorite coaching conversations, and I know you'll find it impactful. Before we dive in, let's set some context to ensure you're fully prepared and set up for success. Let's get started. First, I want to offer some suggestions. Leave prior knowledge at the door, be fully present, and engage with an open mind. We all bring unique experiences and perspectives, and I'm asking for you to engage with fresh eyes and be open to new learnings. This will allow you to get the most out of our conversation and really leverage the insights that we discover. The key objectives for this video are threefold. One is I want to share the inspiration and the evolution of the winning formula session. Two, I want to walk you through the winning formula session process and what to expect on our call. And three, I want to outline what happens between now and our session so that you're clear on how to prepare and what to focus on. The inspiration for the winning formula session came from my own journey navigating my career transitions, each with its own unique challenges and opportunities for growth. As I moved from coaching at D1 universities into the NFL, pivoting into esports and the gaming industry, and ultimately working in startups, I found myself starting over each time. Whether it was building high-performance teams in sport or startups, or coaching athletes, gamers, or entrepreneurs, each transition required me to adapt, learn, and grow in new ways. At first, I often felt like I was simply reacting to the demands of each role, learning as I went, facing a steep learning curve, and dealing with the inevitable thrash that comes with change. It wasn't until later in my career when a mentor encouraged me to take a step back and really reflect on my journey that I began to understand the power of intentional slowing down. This mentor introduced me to Joseph Campbell's concept of the hero's journey, a framework that outlines the stages of transformation that a hero undergoes in their own story. It was through this lens that I began to see my own career not just as a series of isolated events, but a cohesive narrative of growth and self-discovery. So Joseph Campbell, for those who don't know, was fascinated with mythology, specifically around the character, the hero in these stories that he would find across different cultures. And the story arc goes like this. So you have a hero, man or woman, they have a calling, and they cross the threshold into the unknown. And as they do that, they have trials and tribulations. They get mentors, helpers, and guides. They learn new skills. They battle some dragons or demons. Sometimes they get the girl, sometimes they don't. And they get these gifts and lessons as they return back to the normal world, transformed, changed. And this framework is incredibly powerful because you start to appreciate how it shows up in different stages and phases in our lives. And what's fascinating about the hero's journey is that from a universal theme, you see it in all kinds of stories, from ancient myths to modern movies. It's a reminder that we're on our own unique path of growth and transformation. And when you take the time to reflect on that journey, you not only gain a deeper understanding of yourself, but you also equip yourself with the tools to consciously shape your future. Campbell's hero journey deeply resonated with me because it mirrors the process we all go through in life and in our careers. We're constantly evolving, facing challenges that test us, learning new skills, and ultimately transforming into a more advanced version of ourselves. And I love this quote from him. No one in the world was ever you before with your particular gifts, abilities, and possibilities. And really, this journey isn't linear. It's cyclical. And each cycle brings new opportunities to reflect, reassess, and realign with our core values and goals. So inspired by this framework, I began to develop what is now the winning formula session. I started by taking the time to slow down, take inventory of everything I had learned in each stage of my career, examine my skills, beliefs, and values that guided me, the people who supported me, and the challenges I overcame. This process allowed me to appreciate the journey I had been on and to see clearly what I needed to focus on as I moved into the next stage of my career. I openly shared this reflective process with others, and as I did, more and more people asked me to guide them through that same exercise. And hence, the winning formula session was born. The power of the session really lies in its ability to help you recognize your own hero's journey. By slowing down and taking a step back, you can see the cycles of growth you've already been through and prepare yourself for the next phase. You'll identify the raw materials, the unique gifts, skills, experiences that have brought you to where you are today, and you'll gain clarity on how to leverage them to move forward. So as we embark on this winning formula session together, we'll tap into its powerful framework. And there's 3 outcomes we're going for. 1 is a new perspective. So you'll gain new insights in your journey and how it shapes your future. 2 is you'll get a deeper understanding. So you'll better understand who you are, your skill sets, your unique abilities. And 3, you'll get a sense of clarity and direction. So you'll understand where you want to go and what steps you'll need to take to get there. The session framework is pretty straightforward. So once we get on our call, we'll set the container for those 2 hours. We'll review the agenda. I'll pre-frame anything about the session that's relevant and important. We'll set intentions. We'll set an ideal outcome. And the ideal outcome is what are we really tracking against in this conversation that we want to move towards? Then we'll dive into the stages and phases and that exploration. We'll future pace a 3-year vision and ask the question, where do you want to be in 3 years, personally and professionally, and help reverse engineer that roadmap. We'll ask questions around what are the obstacles you'll have to face or overcome? What are the opportunities you'll have to create or capture? And which of your unique abilities will you need to amplify? And from that, we'll develop some integration exercises to help you take action. At the end of our session, you'll get comprehensive recap notes. We get a PDF of your values intake, a video recording of our session. You'll get custom exercise based on our goals. You get comprehensive notes and action items, and that'll help bridge the gap between when we close out that call and the next time we meet. So reminders for the session. Be sure to find a quiet space to engage without interruptions. Bring a pen and paper to participate in the exercise. And be sure to set aside 2 full hours so we can be thorough. I want to bring attention to the performance blueprint, and you'll hear me talk about this quite a bit in my coaching. There are 4 requisites for change and transformation. First is you need to release or reframe any negative emotions or limiting beliefs. So identifying what are the things that are getting in the way of you taking action. 2 is you got to create an achievable outcome. So what is it you want to create for yourself? Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, what does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? 3 is you need to focus on what you want. And 4, you have to intentionally take action. And so throughout our winning formula session and the follow-up sessions and exercises, we're really going to be touching on each of these 4 components to make sure that you get the results you want. So that's all for now. Next steps are just finish up any of your winning formula session intakes. And please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I look forward to seeing you on our call.